"28 minutes before we hit the top of the hour, still 34 degrees right here in Fort Dodge." Now, again, we have clouds going on right now. We are expecting some sunshine eventually of some kind. At least that's what we're being promised anyway. High today of 52 degrees. We'll hit that K97 weather coming up in just a little bit. Well, I don't know how this is possible, but I got a sideways screen going on here with Tim Morris, the new executive director from the Fort Museum. I don't know how that's happening. I have all these videos I've ever done. I've never had anybody sideways before, but this is going to be kind of interesting.
There, that makes it
that helps a little bit, right? Yeah. Tim is the new executive director of, again, Fort Museum and Frontier Village. And Tim is joining us this morning, not only just on the airwaves of K97, but also on all of our audio streams and on our video stream as well. So, Tim, good morning to you, man.
Good morning, Darren. How are you?
How you doing this morning?
Peachy, doing well.
Got to be doing well, man. It's a Tuesday. I don't know why you have to be doing well on a Tuesday, but it's like the laws of nature. You have to be doing well on a Tuesday. So let's talk about you becoming the new executive director out at the fort and out at the village. And let's talk about some of the great things that we know you've got planned coming up very, very soon. But when did you assume the duties of the executive director out there, Tim?
About 6 weeks ago.
About 6 weeks ago. So you've been going at it through the entire holiday season so far, then.
I have.
Good for you. And you got in on Dickens Christmas and the whole works then.
I did. I got to play Scrooge himself.
Oh, wow. How was that?
They say was typecasting. But
I was going to say, was that a stretch for you, or was that
really?
Good turnout for a Dickens Christmas, I heard?
It was. We're
Good.
very happy with it. We're going to double down, try to make it a little bigger next year. And I see that happening. Everyone is still trying to recover from COVID, so it's only going to get better.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Lord knows that we can see some light at the end of the tunnel anyway with things that have opened up since last year, one of them being, Fort and the village as well. We had Frontier Days this year, which we didn't have last year. So things are looking in our direction without a doubt. But so as you step into the new executive director position, what do you got in your mind down the road, Tim? What are you thinking about? Okay, how do we take this long tradition, this long history of Fort Dodge, and how do we build on that? And we make it even bigger and better.
Well, we'd like to expand our education opportunities here, and we are going to do that by going more to the schools. We were lucky enough to be part of STEAM Fest at the college last week, and I was able to speak to close to 250 fifth graders and their teachers. So hopefully we'll be able to expand into the schools a little better. If the schools can't afford to come to us, I'll go to them free of charge. And that way we can get the word out on our fine education programs we're going to have here.
Fantastic. Well, and education's a huge part of it, obviously. And I'm a huge history buff. I love history, as does my family. My father always taught us that there's no way you can know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. So
Absolutely.
History is extremely important. And it's good to see that history is kept alive out at the Fort Museum, out at Frontier Village, and the whole work. So the educational part of that is enormous, especially, as you mentioned, for the fifth grade, sixth grade, middle school, high school, as they get an understanding of how Fort Dodge kind of came to be.
Absolutely. Again, when you put it in a child's hand, that we do a lot of tactile learning, or will, while I'm here. And that's a major improvement over past education programs they may have had. You can PowerPoint a child to death, and they're not going to remember any of it except lunchtime. So that way, when you set up and do tactile learning, the child learns, especially if you can take something from that with them.
And the neat thing about that, just like with us, Tim, is when you learn that and you retain that, you then, as you get older, pass that on to the next generation and the next generation. And that's how our history stays alive right there.
Exactly. Myself, I'm a reenactor, World War II, World War I. And I was starting that when I was young enough to speak to actual veterans. And I had actually one of the band of brothers tell me, Tim, when we're gone, you are going to be our voice.
Wow.
And that hit me right here. And I remember that every time I speak to children. I am the voices of the past.
That's a big reality, man. It's a very big reality.
It is.
Very cool, though, and very important. Obviously, without that, our history would fade away, and we could never ever let that happen without a doubt of any kind. We have to have our history. As I said, we can't know where we're going if we don't know where we've been. So
precisely,
it's
and as long as we're here, that's what will happen.
Fantastic, man. Well, let's keep it growing like it should be. That's amazing. So let's talk about what's coming up here just in the next couple of weeks as we get closer to Christmas. Only 10 days until Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, of course, the whole works, and then we roll into 2022. Always bright hope for a brand new year.
Came up on us quickly, didn't it?
It did.
Monday, December 20th, we're having our Christmas party here for bingo. And we do have bingo Mondays and Thursdays. But our Monday is going to be our Christmas party. I'll be here for that Christmas party. I'm not going to miss that.
Right.
Of course, the white sidewalls will be here on New Year's Eve, and still tickets available for that. Tables if you need them. Just call us here at the fort. I'll have tickets in my office, even though we are closed officially. The museum itself, I'm at my desk with my pencil sharpened every day at 8 o'clock. So if you need tickets, give me a call.
That's fantastic, man. And the white sidewalls have established quite a reputation, a very, very classy reputation, and a very excellent reputation over the decades. They've been performing 50s and 60s music and touring and the whole work. So it's good to have them in our area. And then you throw in a dinner prior to that, man. That just makes for a great night to welcome in the new year.
It is. It's a grand deal. And to remind your listeners that the chili cook-off has been pushed back to February, March. We'll announce that on our Facebook and our website. So stay tuned.
Fantastic. It'll still be chili season when you get to it, without a doubt.
You know it.
When I was talking to Terry and Laura last hour, we got talking briefly on plans have already begun, which obviously they need to about a year in advance, for Frontier Days coming up early June like it is every year. And I know this will be your first one as the executive director. And I'm sure you're excited about bringing being a part of your very first Frontier Days in that capacity.
I am very excited. And like Terry said earlier, we do have some talent lined up that we did meet at that conference. But it's going to be every day something new, something different going on. Something for all ages. Make sure the kids are involved too. We've got a new program possibly coming in for the kids. We'll know more in the next few weeks on that. Looking forward to it. It looks like a really good time.
Oh, Frontier Days is a blast. And then, of course, you throw in the big parade down Central Avenue on Saturday morning. And it's a great weekend all the way around. So we're excited to have you taking over the ED slot and leading that this year and being a huge part of it as well. Tim, it's a big role you're stepping into, but we know that you can do it without a doubt, and it's good to have you on board. Good to have you as a part of the Frontier and the Village team, and good to have you as a part of Fort Dodge history with us as well. It's again, you've got the right mindset. I can tell for what we need to do to keep building on what Terry and Laura have done the last few years and made Frontier Days something, and the fort and the village is something special again.
Looking forward to it, Darren, and I'm proud to be here.
Well, welcome, my friend, and good to have you. Don't forget, you can use us for any messages you need to get out. Just contact me or any one of my staff here at the radio stations. We'll get what we need to out for you, or we'll have you on as a guest, and we can talk just like we are right now.
Happy to join you at any time. Remember, January 18th, we'll have an open house here at the Opera House that will be introducing me, and you can come by and shake hands, rub elbows, whatever you like to do.
Fantastic. January 18th. Mark that on your calendars. Looking forward to that. Tim, you have a great, fantastic rest of your day. If I don't talk to you before the big holiday, Merry Christmas to you and yours, and God bless you. Thanks for being with me today.
To you and yours. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's Tim Morris. He's the new executive director again of the Frontier, of the Fort Museum and Frontier Village, and good to have him. I know he's excited and looking forward to being a part of that and taking the reins of that and building on what has already been an amazing history with the forts and with the village as well. So big thank you to Tim for being on with me today, and a big welcome to Tim as well. It is 18 before the